Hi, my name is Anjali Leon. I'm an agility coach and consultant, and I just wanted to give you a sense of how you might be able to run a lean coffee. So here I have a deck that walks you through the various steps of the lean coffee. So let me share my screen. So a lean coffee is nothing but a structured but agenda-less meeting where the participants come together, they brainstorm some topics that they want to be able to discuss, they prioritize those topics, and then just start talking in a structured way. So let's see how that works if you want to be able to facilitate a lean coffee session. So what do you need? So if you were facilitating a lean coffee session that was in person, then what you need is a bunch of people who are interested in the topic that you want to conduct the lean coffee on, and a facilitator. And you might need some post-it notes or sticky notes, some Sharpies to be able to capture the topics, and a simple Kanban board, as well as a timer. Now today, many of us have to be able to do this remotely. And so here are some resources that you could use if you want to conduct a lean coffee session remotely. Still, you need a bunch of people interested in discussing the topic and a facilitator. You would need a video conferencing tool like Zoom or Hangouts or MS Teams or GoToMeeting or WebEx, anything that can have multiple people join the video conferencing tool and able to see each other for the most part. And then you need a collaboration tool where you can have your Kanban board and move the topics that you're going to be using in your lean coffee. So I've used tools like Mural, Miro, Trello, Google Jamboard, ideaboards.com. All of these tools allow you to create a Kanban board and then create cards for topics and then be able to move the cards along the Kanban board. And I'll show you some examples of that at the end of this session. So as a facilitator, the first thing that you want to be able to do is create this simple Kanban board. It's so simple, it just has 3 lanes. We have the to discuss column, discussing, and done. Next, you want to have the participants generate some topics. And the best way to do this is to use silent brainstorming. So give the participants a time box of somewhere between 3 and 5 minutes and have them capture topics on sticky notes, either virtual sticky notes or physical sticky notes. The idea is to have one topic or one question per sticky note. Once the topics have been generated, you as a facilitator can combine any topics that might follow a common theme before the participants get a chance to vote on the topics. Step 3 is voting on the topics that this group now wants to talk about. We use the dot voting technique to be able to do this, where each participant is given a certain number of votes. For example, a participant may be given 3 votes, and the participant can apply these 3 votes on either one topic, or they can distribute them across multiple topics. Now, you might want some guidance on how many votes to give each participant. And there's a formula for this as the de facto standard. So you might think number of votes is equal to the number of stickies, the number of topics that you have available, divided by the number of people, divided by 2. Once the participants have voted on the topics, now you have a ranking for each topic for the discussion portion. So step 4, you want to organize the topics in the to discuss column of the Kanban board in priority order. And you know the priority because of the number of votes each topic received. Now you're ready to start discussing. Pull the first topic into the discussing column, set the timer for an X number of minutes, and then have the participants start discussing. Anybody can share and add to the topic. The typical amount of time that I spend on a topic can be anywhere between 5 and 8 minutes. I want to cover at least 4 or 5 topics in a lean coffee session, and I choose the initial time accordingly. Once the time box of the X minutes is complete, the participants get to vote on whether they want to continue talking about the same topic or they want to move on to another topic. Some participants might not care either way. We use the Roman voting mechanism to be able to understand what the participants want. So a thumbs up is I want to continue. A thumbs down is let's move on. And a thumbs sideways indicates I don't care. Of course, the majority wins. If the majority decides that they want to continue discussing the topic for another Y minutes, they do so. Otherwise, you move on to the next topic. The second round of discussion on the topic typically ranges from 2 to 5 minutes. Again, as a facilitator, select a time box and then stick to the time box. If at any point in time you feel like the topic has taken its course, even before the time box is completed, you can stop and move on to the next topic. So once a topic has been completed, move it to done and then pull the next topic into discussing and continue this process until you've covered all of the topics in your to discuss column or your time box for the Lean Coffee meeting has expired. So here's a little image that captures all of those 6 steps. Let me now show you some examples of boards that I have used to run Lean Coffees. So here's the tool called Mural. And Mural is an infinite whiteboard. And in this infinite whiteboard, I have created my own template for Lean Coffees. And participants can join my mural board as anonymous animals and are able to add sticky notes to the board, and sticky notes can move across the board. Mural also has a voting mechanism here if you're a facilitator, and a timer. So everything is built into this tool. Here's an example of a Lean Coffee session that was conducted earlier today. And you'll see how things have moved across this Lean Coffee board. Trello is another tool that I use for Lean Coffees, and here's an example of a Trello Lean Coffee. It doesn't have a built-in voting, a Roman voting mechanism, so we can use stickies for that, but it does have a built-in voting mechanism to choose your preference for which topics to discuss. A third tool that I use fairly often for Lean Coffees is idea boards. Idea boards is one that you can also join without needing it's a free tool. And so here you can add topics, you can move topics across the board, and you're also an individual is also able to vote on the topic. So there you go, 3 different ways in which you can facilitate, 3 different tools that you can use to facilitate Lean Coffees online, and a step-by-step mechanism for facilitating your Lean Coffee. So I hope you enjoy this, and I hope that you are able to use this wonderful format for running meetings for anything that you want to discuss with the group as well.